Ναι, ναι, ναι. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Τίποτε. Χαρά μήνυμα.
Γεια σας, παιδιά.
Ωραία περιοχή.
Ναι, ναι.
Άρα και το άλλο καινούριο.
Ναι, ναι, ναι.
Που πάμε καλά.
Καλά. Γιάννη μου, πού είσαι, εσύ? Καλά, καλά.
Έλα μου λίγο πιο πίσω.
Welcome to Nvidia. How are you?
Κύριε Υπουργέ, είμαι φίλος με τον Παπαστεργίου, στον Δημήτρη. Δεν έχετε πολλή ώρα. Θα θέλετε να αφήσετε τα πράγματα σας στο δωμάτιο?
Έχετε κάτι που θέλετε?
Νομίζω λίγο διαφορετικό. Sorry, I'm going to speak in Greek. Θα είναι λίγο διαφορετικά γιατί θέλουμε να σας δείξουμε πράγματα που μπορείτε να σκεφτείτε ότι μπορεί να τα φτιάξετε.
Okay.
Είναι στο μέλλον. Δεν θέλουμε να σας πουλήσουμε GPUs, τους είπα no hardware. Okay. Απλούστατα να σας κάνει το μυαλό σας να σκεφτεί. Αυτό είχα τη συζήτηση και με τον Δημήτρη. Πώς άλλαξαμε το δέδαλο to be a productive system για την Ελλάδα, για την Ευρώπη, για την Κύπρο. Okay.
Hello and welcome. We will talk today about AI for energy. We will talk about the capacity that Nvidia supports in our partner ecosystem.
Okay.
So that's really where we would like to show you. So we know that the world is changing very rapidly, and we know that it is having an effect on energy demand. So we have this complementary problem of demand is going up, and so we also want to be able to look for efficiencies everywhere. So the first example I have for you is how can we use RAN, radio networking, in a way that's more efficient. So what we're watching is individuals traveling through a city. It happens to be Berlin. And each of these signals emanates from a particular device. The device is out of the edge. But the device is smart enough to understand what's the throughput and make changes at its origin so that it can optimize for the traffic that is coming at it. So you could be traveling in a car or on a bicycle and experience 6G wherever you are moving. We are able to do this in an environment that simulates not just the buildings, but also all of the materials and the signal itself. The signal bounces off of materials differently, and so we're able to see what's happening for any individual, making planning decisions about where to place technology and making upgrades as well. The AI RAN Alliance is a community of academic researchers, of telcos, of technology companies, many of which I think you'll be visiting, an attempt to create the 6G next level experience in a way that will be energy efficient and optimized. This to we had the ability to draw on maps that already existed. What about if it doesn't exist? In this experience, BMW wanted to build a new kind of factory, one that did not yet exist. And so they were able to take all of the assets that they normally have, their cars, their robotics, even the building itself. All of these are assets from different digital software packages, combine them and aggregate them in one unified environment that is immersive and interoperable. In this case, BMW was able to take all of their operations and actually innovate. So if they wanted a more sustainable way to put simulation environment, you can start to play with things that don't exist yet and start to create the possibilities that you might want. Being able to simulate cars can be deployed while the building doesn't yet exist, and we can understand what's safe for them. We also can think about robotics and the training of robotics of a digital twin, which is our Earth 2. So here we have a simulation. It looks, I mean, we're all used to wonderful, beautiful movies in Hollywood, but this isn't just drawn. This is synthesized from data. So the data from this particular day was the day that the first picture of Earth, the blue marble photo, our first glimpse back from space. So the weather from that particular day. And then the question is, how do we know what's going to happen to us in the future? How do we start to take all of the data that we have and make predictions about the impacts that we know are coming from climate? So climate change and the ability to predict weather, wind, heat, all of this can be done in this kind of environment. We have partners from the startup level to the university level to very large companies that are using this platform enablement to perform the kinds of predictions that they need, whether that is for aeronautics and understanding in almost freezing temperatures, will we need de-icing equipment or not? Because that's a very expensive decision to make. So if
Εγώ έχω ξαναδεί.
we talked about the idea of RAN and being able to look at devices at the edge. There are many devices at the edge. Some of them are mobile, like a drone. Some of them are stationary, like cameras. There is trillions of hours of footage, industrial, for smart cities, for internal to warehouses, for secure facilities, and additionally, more we could be using with drones. So the question is, how could we possibly make use of all of that footage? It's not being watched, but it could be watched by an AI agent. And so we have the ability to take video footage, ingest it into a vision language model that watches it and produces a text-based summary. What's wonderful then is that you can take the summary and start to ask questions of it. So if you are looking at bridge maintenance, is there rust on the bridge? Let's see what it has to say about that. So this is when the drone picked up and took off. But you have the ability to query, and then unfortunately we are on a public website, and I apologize because in this case the query didn't respond. But I have done this in the past, and it would tell me not just where the rust was, it will take me back to the footage. So if you think about drones and when...
Nikos.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Mark Spieler.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Gabriele, nice to meet you.
Hi, Mark Spieler.
Italia.
Είδα το όνομά σου που μου έστειλε εδώ Καλά, εσύ.
Που κάθεσαι.
You know, Christelle actually, she used to work at Gency in France. She's our science program manager for Europe. She's based in Paris, and she works with all the supercomputer research academia centers in Europe. So she is a resource that is available to work and collaborate. I'm going to the Europeans first. Gabriele is actually Italian but lives in London. He's involved with all the supercomputing centers, and he was the architect of Daedalus, the system in Greece. He was the chief architect from Nvidia working. You have a call next week with Koziris again.
Yes.
Now we're working on AI factories, so he's the key person. Mark Spiller is our energy lead, so he leads all activities. He's based in Houston, and he works with all the. We had Shell here today, by the way, but he runs all our energy worldwide, and he's involved. Jay, at the right time. I was just introducing people.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And Kirika is our science program manager in the US. She works with a lot of the US government locations. And Jay, you want to introduce yourself? Or
Yes,
How are
I'm very happy to meet you, sir.
English.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much for visiting us. I'm Jay Puri. I run our worldwide field operations. And sorry, though, I am dressed like this and not really able to see you earlier is because we have a off-site, on-site going on with Jensen's staff. So we've been busy with that. But I just wanted to come and welcome you. And thank you so much. Yeah.
So Jay is very well aware of what we discussed a little bit about the European Union, our commitment to Europe and everything. So Jay is involved at every step of our collaborations with the EU. As I told you, I'm going to meet with the DG guys in Brussels next Monday. We are working together on how do we support Europe, and of course Cyprus is a big part. And as you go to the presidency next year, we want to make sure that the vision that you have and we have and what we can bring, how do we strategize together to make it a successful presidency for Cyprus, but also an opportunity. And I think Nvidia is all in, I think, to support Europe.
Yeah, especially with all the geopolitical stuff that's going on right now. You know, sovereignty is very important. And actually, we've always felt that anyway, because every country should, you know, benefit from their culture, their unique data and heritage and so on. And so it's really important, but now it has become even more important. So in fact, I don't know, John, if you told them about our plans to do a GTC in Europe.
No, they were just arrived.
Oh, okay. So we are actually going to do a big conference in Europe and then travel through several countries, reaffirming our commitment to the EU and working with partners there to put in AI infrastructure. Of course, we will be starting with the larger countries first, but over time we expect to continue to invest in Europe more and more. Yeah.
This is what I told you when you said you have a cloud RFP coming out.
Yeah.
And we are thinking, I mean, we love our customers in the US, but we would love to love our customers in Europe and our partners. So creating some cloud initiatives with the European Union, and how do we support that and how we keep the sovereignty and the IP of Europe in Europe is something that Jensen, Jay are very passionate about.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, John.
So we had our call in half an hour. We have prepared a few slides we wanted to show you.
Yeah, please.
I called it Vision to Transform because I want you to think, again, I don't need you to buy GPUs or the cloud or this or that. I want you to see how we can bring Cyprus fast forward with what you have. So this is the story of how the world evolved since 1964 with the IBM 360 and where we are today with generative AI and reasoning models and everything else. By the way, there is coffee. I'm a terrible host. There is coffee, there is soft drinks, water, if you need anything.
It's okay.
But ahead of everybody else, Jensen and Nvidia was thinking about things back in 2012 with AlexNet. He was a visionary when he started talking about AI and following.
Γεια συγγνώμη. Και δώστε μου